This is the Great Legend, and I am coming at you live with DC's new 52 review of Aquaman issues 7 through 13 and bonus issue 0. Because everyone out there loves issue zeros. Aquaman issue 7 through 13. This is the second story arc of Aquaman from the DC's new 52 review. And I've actually already filmed this once, but it didn't work right, so I'm filming it again. I love that. I love when that happens. I wish I had some better editing software. But yeah, fans, this is Aquaman issue 7 through 13 of the new 52 review. We find out in this first issue that Aquaman actually was a member of a team called the Others. This is issue 7. It's got all the others on the cover with Aquaman. It's called The Secret of the Others. Really cool entry issue into this next story arc. Even though it's a new story arc, the whole Aquaman story is still going, you know, like in continuity. So it's pretty cool. And what they need to explain, Jeff Johns does a great job explaining through flashback scenes. Ivan Rice on the pencils. This is just an excellent team for Aquaman. Jeff Johns and Ivan Rice are really good on this book together. I just love the artwork. Love, love, love that underwater artwork as well. It's just a great, great little comic book to pick up if you're not picking it up, or you know, you can pick it up in hardcovers or trades or whatnot. But really cool book. You find out that Black Manta is kind of searching for these relics, these old Atlantean relics that Aquaman has, and Aquaman distributed these relics to these other these people here, these other heroes, and so he distributes all those, and Black Manta wants to get all of these relics. We find out, of course, he's probably doing it to hack off Aquaman, to kill Aquaman, you know, do what he does best. But for a guy like me who's never read Aquaman, why does Black Manta want Aquaman dead? Well, during this other storyline, we also find out that Aquaman killed Black Manta's father. This was a flashback scene. So that's why you have a lot of hatred, Black Manta hatred. But Aquaman thought Black Manta killed Aquaman's father. So on the boat, where Arthur's dad, that's Aquaman, Arthur's dad's dying of actually a heart attack's what he died from, not murder or anything. Black Manta and his dad are getting on the boat, right? But it's real stormy outside and dark, and the first person on the boat was Black Manta's dad. Arthur goes ahead and just kills him in a fit of rage, because, you know, he just lost his dad. So he kills Black Manta's dad. Black Manta, and now Arthur didn't mean to do that, even though Black Manta's dad was a criminal in his own right, but Arthur was really going for Black Manta. So what happens is Black Manta and him have one of those Hatfield McCoy kind of feuds. It just kind of starts, you know. And so yeah, violent stuff here. We also see in this flashback Black Manta has these scars, these three scars coming across his face from the old trident and everything. So yeah, you find out that Aquaman here is not a fan of Black Manta, and Black Manta is not a fan of Aquaman. So what happens is Black Manta is on the hunt for Aquaman's old team. His old team is called the Others. Why are they called the Others? I don't know. They just always say, get the others, or we better call the others, or do the others know about this? But anyways, it's kind of a neat little name. What happens is these others, they all have these artifacts that Aquaman gave to them to kind of separate the artifacts. These artifacts come from the King's Chamber, the original King of Atlantis burial chamber, if you will. So there's 6 artifacts for each 6 members, Aquaman and his other 5 members of the Others team. This lady back here who Black Manta kills, can't remember her name, but she has a artifact that lets her see into the future. This girl here, she has an artifact, I can't remember her name, she has an artifact that lets her teleport to anywhere in the world. This guy here, he has a helmet that allows him to breathe anywhere, goes anywhere he wants to go, he'll be safe. He actually spent most of the years on the moon, just in solitude. We have the prisoner right here, who has these bracer type things, and then we have we have the operative right here, and I can't remember what his artifact does, but really cool. So we find out Black Man is on the prowl. The others, when all these others came together, it was 6 years prior to the present day DC New 52, so it's actually about 1 year or so before the Justice League, because you remember the Justice League formed, the original Justice League members 7, Justice League members 4, 5 years ago in the New 52 timeline. So we find out that the others were before the Justice League. And what happens is, after this girl dies, this girl with the time travel, or the teleporting orb, comes to Aquaman and says, Black Man is back, Black Man has been hunting us, this girl's dead. So Aquaman goes to the scene of that crime out in the jungle, and he gets, this is issue 8, this is just kind of another cool cover with the other remaining members of the others. This is the others part 2. But he gets to the jungle, and this girl is pretty cool, because she can control these jaguars and stuff, so they're really awesome help. But by then, Black Man is already gone, so they just find her her friend, the dead girl. Aquaman's upset, and he vows to get revenge on Black Manta. And they have to get all the others back in action. This guy here, the prisoner, he actually gets attacked by Black Manta, and he almost gets killed. The operative here, he almost gets killed by Black Manta as well. So Black Manta is really coming after these guys here, trying to kill them and get all these artifacts back. Here's another deal. They're hunting for Black Manta here. Really cool. Trying to put an end to him. Now, during this whole story arc, Arthur wants to kill Black Manta by himself. He doesn't want to put any of the others, his other old teammates, in jeopardy. Because he feels guilty, you know, of the people that have died around him and everything, and he doesn't want to put anyone else in jeopardy. He also, we find out when she comes and talks to Arthur, that Mira and Dr. Shin are together and they're talking, so she just appears out of nowhere, really, and takes Arthur back to the jungle area. And Arthur asks Mira to stay with Dr. Shin to watch out for him, because everyone thinks that Dr. Shin is working with Black Manta. So, strife going on in the Aquaman world. And so what happens is, there's a fight that ensues, Black Manta and Aquaman. Black Manta happens to steal that girl's orb that lets her teleport everywhere. So he finally teleports back to where Aquaman is, and they start just a big brawl, and they're fighting and everything. So now he has the orb and the little thing that sees into the future. So he gets away, and he goes and sees Dr. Shin and Mara. And then Mara and Dr. Shin have a fight, but he takes Dr. Shin with him, and they teleport out of there. So Mira tried to hold her own and do her little deal where she can take all the sweat out of his body, but he has some kind of electric suit to where when he actually, Black Manta grabs her and shocks the crap out of her, so she just falls down and, you know, waking up in a daze. And then when she wakes up, they know where Black Manta's going, the others do. So she wakes up, the operative calls over a radio, and he's like, how fast can you swim? We need to get to Black Manta, because Arthur went off on his own, you know. So what happens is, Arthur, it's a cool cover, this is issue 11. Arthur goes by himself, because like he said, he don't want to get anyone else hurt, and he snoops to the throne, the original. Shin and Black Manta and his soldiers actually go to the King's Tomb, the place where they were 6 years ago when they were divvying up all the artifacts between the others. But Shin believed that there was a 7th artifact, and Black Manta got that information, and the person, we actually find out in this that Black Manta isn't working for Shin, or they're not working together. Shin is just getting pulled along for the ride, and we find out Black Manta is actually hunting or working for someone else. So what's really cool is they get to that throne room. Aquaman's trying to creep up on him, and Aquaman is about to get killed because Black Manta takes 2 of the artifacts, the future seeing artifact and the little orb that lets him teleport. With those 2 artifacts, he can use those as a radar to find the seventh artifact, and it was in the actual burial chamber. And what it was the scepter of Atlantis. It's kind of long like the trident of Atlantis, but it's got this big head on the end. And when you strike it on the ground, it causes these huge earthquakes. And this was the weapon that is believed to have actually sunk Atlantis. So they get that weapon. Black Manta gets that weapon, and they go fighting Arthur versus Black Manta. Arthur is about to get hit from behind with that scepter of Atlantis, but one of the others, the guy with the Atlantean helmet, he steps in the way, so it kills him instead of Arthur. So the message is, a lot of times in this book, is it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to do things together, you know, because if you work as a team, you have a lot better chance of defeating your opponent, you know, if you work as a team. If you don't work as a team and you go solely off rage, you are going to usually end up getting beat most of the time. You know, we always look at people like Mike Tyson. He's one of those guys with a lot of rage, but, you know, not too smart in the brain. Whereas if he would just use his smarts and listen to his trainers, you know, work as a team, and not listen to people like that Don Nelson guy. No, not Don Nelson. Don Nelson's an old coach for the Golden State Warriors. And, yeah, but no, Don King. Anyways, you know what I'm getting at. You teammates, people. Teammates, okay? No one's as good as each other. You know, we're all peers. Anyway. Yeah. So Black Manta. He actually wins the fight. He goes and to a ship, and he escapes. So Black Manta escapes here with the scepter, and not all the artifacts, but two artifacts and the scepter. And the scepter is really all he needs, because that's all about destruction. Well, we find out that when Black Manta meets this guy and he's given the artifacts to him, or the scepter and everything else, we find out that Black Manta is getting paid a large sum of money, which are two chests of gold that were Atlantean gold from Atlantis, that him and his dad stole from Atlantis. And he gets that, and he also receives a promise saying, after it's all said and done and whatever's left of the surface realm, I rule the surface realm. So that we find out he's working with someone. Also, the guy he's given the weapons to, he's actually given it to some Atlanteans. So he's given weapons to Arthur's own people. But who is this person? Well, if you read issue 0 before issue 13, we're kind of led to believe that this person will be Orm, his younger half-brother. So Aquaman and the rest of the others, they get there, and not in the nick of time. The Arthur confronts the Atlantis submarine vessel boat. He's looking in the eye of the boat, and he's trying to find out, Orm, is that you in there? Blah blah blah. Why are you doing this? Or whoever this is, why do you want these things? Why do you want these relics? Anyways, whoever it is, and I don't really know for certain because I haven't read the issue 14. I don't want to give nothing away or anything, but that person gets the hell out of Dodge. And then that just leaves Black Manta to fend for himself with no scepter or nothing. So, of course, the others and Aquaman defeat Black Manta, and everyone thinks that Aquaman, because the whole story arc, Aquaman's saying, I'm going to kill him, I'm going to kill Black Manta, I'm going to kill him. Because Black Manta has killed 3. No, just 2. He's killed 2 members of the others. And he almost killed Dr. Shin, so but Shin was safe. But yeah, so everyone thinks Aquaman is going to kill Black Manta, but he actually doesn't. You know, he makes all that rage subside. He does the better thing, and he lets Black Manta live. So Black Manta was really pissed too. He's like, finish me off, let's see you kill me, blah blah blah, you know, trying to get him to do it, like Aquaman killed his father. But Aquaman didn't do it. So a lot of props to Aquaman for being the better man, you know. And a lot of times rage, anger at someone or something I mean, it's always better to talk with the people you're raging against or the people you dislike. Because if you keep the rage bottled up inside, if you keep your anger bottled up inside, then it'll usually lead to unfortunate events. You know what I mean? Not just in the comic book world, but in the real life world as well. So it's always good, you know, Aquaman here. Look at the cover. Look at all these people. Mira, the 7 members of the Others. These are all people that love and care for Aquaman, you know? But he wasn't listening to them for a while. All they were trying to do, pretty much the whole storyline, was talk some sense into Aquaman. This one right here, we cannot go without issue 0. This is a flashback issue of Origin, if you will. Or I usually just call the Origin issues flashback issues. Find out it's a couple of days after Black Manta and Aquaman had one of their first battles, and where the one where Black Manta killed the one where Aquaman killed Black Manta's father on accident because he thought he was killing Black Manta. But so it's a couple days later. All the press is outside Aquaman's house trying to figure out, is he from Atlantis? You know, bothering him, all that stuff. Finally, Aquaman gets mad. Like I said, keeping the rage inside, so he just dives down to the water. Dr. Shin tries to stop him, and he goes in the water, and he's kind of gone off on a little sabbatical or a leave of absence from the Earth people. So what happens is with Aquaman, he actually almost gets bit by a shark, which was kind of cool, but he used his fish talk to tell the shark to go away. He saves this boat that was about to hit some rocks, and the captain of the boat, he tells Aquaman that he actually knows of an old kooky guy that said he was from Atlantis. He tells Aquaman where that person is, and we find out that that person used to work for Aquaman's mom, the Queen. And so he was a guy that kind of left after Aquaman's mom died, or he kind of just ran, because he was led to believe that Aquaman's mom was killed by her other son, whose name is Orm. And what happened was, when Aquaman met when Aquaman's mom saved Aquaman's dad at sea, they fell in love, and she wanted to just leave Atlantis and be with this man, you know, forever. But the Atlanteans came searching for her, and she had to go back and do her duties. And they had picked someone for her to marry, some other guy that was like a real jerk, and then they had a kid together, and that's how Orm was born. And it's led to everything's led to believe that Orm killed Aquaman's mom and then took the throne for himself. But then this the old man, the old kook guy, that really not a kook at all, but he leads Aquaman to Atlantis, the underwater city of Atlantis, to take his throne back. And then last page of this is a beautiful vertical splash page of the outside of Atlantis underwater. Really great art by Ivan Rice again. Jeff Johns and Ivan Rice did a great job on this book. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And there it is again, fans. Aquaman, Jeff Johns and Ivan Rice, the Others story arc. If you're interested in reading Aquaman, in the video description below, you'll find links to mycomicshop.com where you can order the single issues of Aquaman. And you can also order, I'll post the link so you can order the hardcovers and trades if they're available. But I know the hardcovers are available, so I highly recommend order these from my comic shop today, aka Lone Star Comics. You know, that's where I do all my business. That's my comic book store of choice. I live real close to them, know all the folks there, so they're great people. So fans, I hope you enjoyed DC's New 52 review of Aquaman issues 7 through 13, the Others story arc, along with the bonus issue 0. This is the Great Legend saying peace out and God bless.